legendary Chris Redfield, huh? What happened to you?
But they're gonna get killed.
Then that's their choice! Now move! Get the hell out of there!
Lady.
The health pack from Left 4 Dead in the Resident Evil review. Great idea, you fucking hack.
Please.
A&C Games.
A&C Games.
Welcome to 3 Kilobytes. I'm Leon, the queer.
Hi, I'm Kat.
I'm Jay.
I'm Leon.
Yes,
Mike.
you are.
Resident Evil 6.
The special edition of Resident Evil 6 is $1,000, and it comes with a jacket. I don't know what.
Seriously?
Is that a leather jacket?
Yeah, it's a serious Leon jacket.
Okay.
So guys, I'm sure you know, but if
Mr.
you're just joining us.
I had to do it.
So I'm not good at playing scary horror games. I have
Yeah,
had
you
a
are.
very hard time at playing the other Resident Evils because I just get way too anxious and nervous. But I played this game and it was great. I enjoyed it, and so that leads me to believe that this is more of an action game.
It's not
now.
scary. What campaign?
Alright, so what do you give it? It's taking a lot of heat because it's evolved. It's evolved into more of an action game, less of a survival horror game.
What's the problem with making a masterpiece video game? You know it. We've talked about this already. A follow-up. You must make a follow-up to a masterpiece video game, right? As a developer. Resident Evil 4 was a masterpiece. What they did for this one was, they go, okay, RE5 was okay, but we want to make another masterpiece. We want to leap this franchise again. Let's make it more cinematic. Let's have 4 campaigns. Let's do this, and this.
7 lead characters.
And some of the stuff is pretty cool.
Its tagline for the game is "No Hope Left," and the whole world is basically in a shitstorm. Capcom saying, we have to take all of the good characters that we've had in the past, put them into one game, make each of their stories sort of revolve around their characters.
They made the stories all fit together like puzzle pieces. Some of them kind
It's
of
like
overlap
Pulp
a bit.
Fiction.
Right, they
Producing
changed it
again,
up. They
and-
had to make something new.
The main thing what we're getting at here is everyone's just upset that the survival horror
Right.
is gone, and that's what
'Cause
I'm talking
that's
about.
why you used to buy Resident Evil games. That's why I used to not play them, because they were too scary. And now it's action, but it's opened it up for people like me. But diehard fans are upset.
And anyone complaining like, oh, the story's not so good, it's not the same way. That's
the story
for sure.
is good though. There were some amazing
yes.
moments, but then it drops every
But-
once in a while, and there's like these long shooter parts. You're wondering if you're playing Gears of War.
So if I had to sum it up, it's basically Resident Evil 4 plus all the too much action from Resident Evil 5. Oh, just use mercenaries mode on top of the full
Yeah.
game, and everything is a goddamn cutscene, or
Right.
you're watching it.
There
and you
is
push
too
a
many.
button.
There is too many
I
cutscenes.
like the live action.
But hey, we're gonna get into that.
The
Why?
I like the quick action.
Why?
But wait.
I don't know, I'm
In
good
God
at
of
it.
War, I understand because you're actually climbing a giant,
Yeah.
and it's like evolving, and it's like fun, and it's epic. But in this, it's like push the A button because a car fell over on you.
Quick time events like when the dude grabs you and you're like,
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
and you're like
but
kicking people with
no,
the big.
but we're talking about the tutorial that happens at the beginning.
The prologue.
It's
or
like
something?
99.9% push a button, one button.
Depending on which campaign you play, it is a little different.
See, and that's where I think people are not looking past
The
that.
Leon campaign is more survival horror. Like
That's
you're
the
in
one
a,
I played,
you're in
and
the
it was
subway
scary.
and you're like it's all dark and then you see shadows of zombies.
But here's-
and you're like,
Oh,
where are they coming
that part
from?
was awesome.
That's
I
cool.
like-
And like there's elements of that, but it's so mixed up with the new idea, the
Well,
new
then
stuff.
every time you play the game, if you don't make it to the end of that little map that they've made for you, the world will end. That's what this game feels like, and it doesn't have any of that like
Lore?
Exploration, but that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm saying Leon does. The Leon
A
campaign
little.
has a little bit of exploration.
But it's like 4 hours, and people are expecting a 30-hour Resident Evil game
Yeah.
in HD.
But then you gotta
That-
ask yourself, did RE5 and RE4 have that much exploration? It didn't
Well,
really.
Resident Evil
It was
4
pretty
was
linear.
here.
And I always had
But-
those cool quicktime events that we loved because we first saw them.
But
now
it's
now
old.
we're
Yeah.
jaded.
Now
with
they're
the
no, but now they're doing
Yeah.
it too much.
You're doing it too
they
much.
should have
I
said
don't
no.
know.
Well, I don't know.
liked
I
it.
think there's
liked
way
it.
too much.
And then also, like this game, the environments are great.
Everything looks great. I
and
agree
it's
with
so
that.
interesting. You end up in so many different places. That labyrinth underneath the cathedral. with
Everything,
Helena,
yeah,
like,
it
that
was
so
amazing.
cool.
And that
The
each-
subway is so awesome.
Yeah, I
it's
like the
scary
subway a
as
lot.
hell.
Yeah.
And the subway car just mysteriously will come and kill
Yeah.
you if you're not paying attention.
And are we
I
are
like
we
that a
are we emphasizing that this is both like a co-op game, like you can go and online with your friends and play
Yeah.
each campaign. Also, what you can do once you beat the game, a new mode opens up,
Agent Hunt mode.
Agent Hunt mode, and you can play as an enemy, right? So you invade someone's game, kind of like in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
You invade someone's game, and also while you're doing that, another person can be invading with you. So you can play
Yeah.
like the famous Resident Evil dog, and just literally kill a real person who's playing the campaign.
Yeah.
Sounds like
The camera was kind of meh. The controls weren't the best.
sounds like Dead Space
It was
co-op.
okay.
When you beat the game, you unlock the 4th campaign.
All
Helena.
important that you get everything in here because each campaign tells a different side of the story. This is probably the end for Resident Evil.
Right. Well, or just a new beginning of something
Yeah.
else. A lot of people hate this because it's all about nostalgia, right? We remember RE4 and all the Resident Evil games. Remember Resident Evil 1 when we first saw that zombie sitting on the couch? How scared we were?
Yeah.
There is nothing like that in this
The
game.
bad guys in this were scary, no? You didn't
Right,
find
but
them
they
scary,
are, but
were.
That's
You've
my
seen
point,
it.
because we were kids then, right?
Um,
Now, it doesn't affect us anymore. So
It
this
still
is...
scares
People
me.
get- hey,
This is... No, I give them a homework assignment.
no,
It's
but
a
they got
very-
it. They got
No,
it.
no, no, it's
okay,
a
well,
very...
tell it
I bet.
quick.
It's a very fun homework assignment. So I want you to get anyone from school or anyone that you know, your friends who's never heard of Resident Evil before. I want you to invite them over to their house, your apartment, your condo, whatever, and just show them Resident Evil 6 and just ask them what they think about it. Don't say anything about it. Just say, what do you guys think about this game? Come back to this video if you can and comment and tell us how that went.
Resident Evil is slowly dying once they've made spin-off franchises. For instance, Raccoon City, that horrible Operation Raccoon City, that game that just came out, it was a shit show. Chris's campaign in this game is a perfect example of what that game should have been. Action-packed Resident Evil is shit. Stupid idea, but they pull it off in here.
They pulled
You
it
know what I'm
off. I
saying?
liked it.
Graphically, this game does look pretty good. I mean, there's some weird glitches. What bothered me was I can't shoot like random items like on a desk or anything. Which,
It's not as interactive
well,
as
yeah,
you'd
like there'd be like a little can on the table. Like, oh, it's not moving.
There's
Like,
4 different campaigns. One you have to unlock after you've beaten the game with the other 3. But who's your favorite?
oh, for sure, Leon. I'm wearing
Leon
his
and
jacket.
Helena.
I think it's all because
RE4.
RE4. It just goes back to RE4.
I think games like independent games like Amnesia and Slender will
That's-
save like the survivor horror genre.
But I think Slender just shows one simple thing, that if you can
Right.
set it up properly, there's a good payoff and scares
a
you.
simple
Yeah,
thing
a very simple thing
that
that's
these
scary.
developers forgot. Another thing's really annoying about this game is when you're in like a room full of these zombies and these creatures, all these like little QuickTime events and cinematic things are happening. It's hard to like focus to what to do. You're like trying to reload your gun, and then all of a sudden someone grabs it and you gotta do the thing, and then a bus comes in, there's a cinematic. Now mind you can skip all these cinematics, even the
Yeah.
first time you see them.
Why does this feel more like the movie and less like the game?
True.
Save
Maybe
me,
they
please.
should go back to their roots and just do not even a third person, but like. So what do you guys give it out of 10 though?
So, Kat?
8.5. I really liked it. It looked good. The action sequences I liked it better because it wasn't as horror-like. I could actually play it, but I'm a horrible example of that because I can't normally
But you're
play
a horror
horror
master.
games.
Horror.
Oh. But the storylines were great. There's some epic moments. Battling that invisible
Some?
serpent was
What do you mean
crazy.
there's some epic
There's
moments?
lots of epic moments. But overall, I really liked it. I think this is totally a game that you should buy. Lots of action, good times, good girls, good guys. Fun guys, fun girls.
Michael,
It's definitely not as bad. Well, at least I don't agree with all these people are saying that it's like
2?
bad.
3 out of 10?
No, it's not that bad. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. There is some problems with it, but they're trying to switch it up, and there's these 4 campaigns, and I did find myself having fun trying to survive these hordes of zombies.
There's things missing from the series, but I don't think we can also say that they're missing because Capcom made the game. We didn't make the game. They made it.
I'm pretty sure I made it.
Yeah, so to say that things are missing, that's ridiculous because I had nothing to do with the game. But Capcom made the decision not to put these things into a Resident Evil game. Being the scary, drawn-out hallways where you're walking down a hallway, nothing's going on, and all of a sudden like a crow comes through the window and scares the shit out of you. Those simple little moments don't happen anymore. Anyone expecting a slow-paced Resident Evil game, there's none of it in here. None of it.
This is fast-paced action the whole time.
In Chris's campaign, when you first walk into the city, there's this camera guy, and it's really cool that Chris kind of pushes him out of the way, and it feels like you're kind of part of the world for once. Like you've never felt in an old Resident Evil game. So,
Sure, Jay.
so because of that, I'm going to have to give it a 7.5. I just wish that they put a lot more of those slow parts in it.
Do you guys think that they should get back to their roots, make a more slower horror one, or do you like this new action thing? Is this cool and fast-paced for the fast-paced world we live in?
Hey, my album's out.
Your
soon.
album's out on October
Soon.
31st.
So you can
Get that
pre-order it,
stuff.
link in the underbar, and if you pre-order it, you can download a couple of the songs off of the album right now, and then the rest will be sent to you in email or some shit.
This is the single I sing in.
He doesn't sing in it, but the money The money that we make off of this,
Remove my vocals.
the money we make off this is going towards the PC, and I have to say, making a PC for gaming is a fucking nightmare.
Especially in Canada. Okay, our point is... Our point
Our point is it
No.
changes.
No, yeah, but this is my point.